Welcome back to the second hour of Love Babz Love Talk. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. Oh, happy Friday, beautiful people. Get out and enjoy this day. Um, it's a little misty outside. I don't think it's gonna rain. I'm gonna check the weather for y'all just in case. I know y'all listening to. Some of y'all got YBC on, some of y'all listen, put it all on. Today the high is 82, which is nice. So it'll be a beautiful day. Sunny right now is 66 degrees. So that's a bearable, livable temperature. You could take a walk, you could go for a run, all the things, all the things. Tomorrow's going to rain. 70% chance of rain tomorrow. 60% chance of rain Sunday. So we'll see how it goes. But the highs today will be 82. So get out there and enjoy. Enjoy this weather. Don't let it stop you. Get out there and do all the things. Y'all sitting around, get out there. Get out your heads, move your bodies, do all the things. Do all the things. I'm trying to figure out. Giorgio Armani passed away. He was 91. If you like couture stuff and designer stuff, Italian design, he was one of the best to do it. I have some other news. One of the civil rights leaders that sat in the Greensboro lunch counter passed away. Let's see. And I've been seeing it. It's been lovely tributes uh, uh, to him. I want to get his name right so that because I want to get my peoples right. Oh boy. Sometimes, yeah, uh, I want to make sure I get it right. Uh, Joseph McNeil. He died on the 4th. He was 83 years old. And, he was one of the Greensboro Four. Uh, you know, um, he launched the sit-in movement with protests at a segregated lunch counter in 1960. And other most recent notable deaths include the New York NAACP president Hazel Dukes. She was 92 in March. She just passed away in March in 2025. And South Carolina civil rights activist Reverend Joseph Darby, didn't give his age, but he passed away in August. So, so Joseph McNeil, a member of the Greensboro Four, he was one of four freshmen at North Carolina A&T University, refused to leave a segregated lunch counter, sparking the 1960 sit-in movement. And I don't even know what that's like. I don't know who has the wherewithal to be that way in these moments. Hazel Duke, a prominent New York City civil rights leader, and you would know Hazel when you met her. I'm gonna leave it at that. President of the New York NAACP, she passed away in 92 in March. Reverend Joseph Darby, a respected civil rights activist in South Carolina. Dr. Lavonia Allison, Durham, North Carolina activist and leader who worked with groups like the Durham Committee on the Affairs of Black People. Oh, Charles Rangel, former New York congressman and decorated war hero. He was also a dedicated civil rights activist. And Bernice Johnson Reagan, who died in 2024. I'm just listing them, just so that we have them in the forefront of our being. Bernice Reagan, Sweet Honey in the Rock, founder, singer and activist, also member of SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, Freedom Singers, and Freedom Singers and founder of the a cappella group Sweet Honey in the Rock. My dear soror, Nikki Giovanni, passed away last year, and we lost John Lewis in 2020. So I just wanted to run through the civil rights activists who are leaving us. They're not going to be around forever. And even though we've leaned on them for the better part of their lives to get us through rough times, to lead us through, to provide leadership and a moral compass for these moments, They ran a real race, and now it's up for us to pick up the mantle. And by us, I mean younger people. Younger people than I, sisters and brothers. Younger people than I. And I believe there's some, when I see somebody like to beat the Sadeo, I am infinitely uh pleased and proud that the future looks bright for activism. When I see someone like her, a couple other people out here that are, trying to make inroads and being a moral compass and showing America that it has fallen down on its promises to all people, not just people of color, but to all people. Because whether white people, you benefit from the activism and the moral compass of people of color who laid down their bodies. You benefit from that, you know. I mean, you benefit from a more just, humane world when people lay down their lives in the pursuit of freedom, you know. So the people that hate, what they think they don't know about, they hate the things that they don't know anything about. They will benefit from those very same things. That's just how it works. You know, they don't get segregated to like, oh, wasn't in line with this, so therefore you gotta go sit over there. No, you will benefit from the hard work of people working on immigration. White people, you will benefit from better housing for poor and marginalized people. You will benefit from people being educated, and you will benefit from squashing hyper mass incarceration numbers. You will benefit from this because all of this gives you a better quality of life when people are cared for, when they have access to health insurance, when they are gainfully employed with a livable wage, when they're living in places that are safe and clean and managed well or developed well. You will benefit from that. I don't understand why they don't see it. Shared destiny is a real damn thing. I love the idea of shared destiny because we're all here together. And you cannot police your way out of the things you don't want to deal with. You're not going to police your way out of homelessness. You cannot police your way out of hunger. You cannot police your way out of lack of affordable housing. You cannot police your way out of a poorly funded education system. You cannot police your way out of the social ills. You cannot. But what you can do is act with a sense of moral compass and a sense of understanding that so goes my neighbor, go I, right? And neighbor is huge. So, the faster that we can right this ship, the better off we will be. Because God knows this is, and I know there are people on the ground right as we speak who are doing everything they can. And when I say boots on the ground, I mean in the hallowed halls of court systems across this country. People are in courts fighting. People are preparing memorandums. People are filing all kinds of measures to keep people, to keep money going, to keep these fools from, single-handedly dismantling democracy bit by bit, piece by piece. And these fools are sitting in the arena cheering it on. The audacity of white supremacy is sickening to me. It is sickening, to watch. I see these videos and I don't watch them all, but I watch enough so that I can understand what I'm seeing and what is happening. Because when you turn away from it, you are turning away from what is happening. So I can't be on a steady diet of it, but I can watch some of it. And what we're seeing is so egregious, so egregious. And to see and I try not to go to the comments because if I get in the comments, I have to draw my sword. Do you know what I mean? Like, whoosh. I have to draw when I'm in these comments. I have to draw my sword, and then it's on guard, right? It's just on guard. It's a fencing term for it's about to go down. And so, and when I see black people, and it's not that many in the overall stretch of things, but because it's not so many, it is amplified. The handful that are out here, toting that Republican piss and drinking from the same trough as these fools, it is disheartening to me. It is disheartening to me, because I'm like, I don't. For me, it's not even about, gosh, you do your own people in. The fact that you're willing to do any people in gives me pause. Not just black people. Yes, it's a different kind of hurt when you see black people trying to do black people in. But that's not the majority, right? Like that's not the bigger deal. The bigger deal is anybody who wants to do anybody in by curtailing access to healthcare, housing, education, food, I'm going to have a real problem with. That so it's not just oh I see black people and black people toting that white supremacy piss. That's to be expected because there are listen, I tell people this all the time. You do not have to be white to do the work of white supremacy. And in some small measure, we all do the work of white supremacy. But the difference is when you recognize that you're doing, you gotta stop it. You got to check your white supremacy. And when I say white supremacy, I mean anybody that's raised up in the Western world where white has been supreme, and you've been fed a steady diet of white is supreme at every turn. And now we're just every day. It's fascinating to me. Every day I learn some new Black history thing that has been squashed, that has been hidden, that has been buried. Right? And that's real. And there's a reason for that. Because if you can browbeat people, grind them to a pulp, take away everything, and tell them that they have no culture, no intelligence, their brains are smaller, they're not fast enough, bright enough, and then when you see a few of them rise and you grind them, that's a good way to sort of break people. But the problem with black people is, the problem with white supremacy is, they don't know how to account for us being seeds. See that they don't know how to account for us being seeds. You know, they think they could just kill us willy nilly and we'll just back up. But the more you kill us, the more we rise. So you go and tell them we rising. I mean, we stay rising. And even the ones who can't be a part of anything, and there's going to be some. But you know what I say, they're going to benefit. I don't even worry about people who are against whatever. I don't worry about those people because I know they're going to benefit from the good work that hard people are out here on these streets and sitting in these places that make a difference in community for people. They're going to benefit. The ones that are the haters, the ones that stand in the way, the ones that are oppositional, the ones who are stupid, the one who stand 10 toes down on stupid, they're going to benefit from all this hard work of people marching and writing their representatives and congressmen. They're going to benefit from protests. They're going to benefit from the needle being moved. They're going to benefit. And that, my friends, is at the heart of democracy. That even though you might be against the thing, you're going to benefit from the good work that somebody else did. You're going to benefit. And that's the part of shared destiny that these ninny heads don't get. And they don't get it. And they don't want to get it. This march to willful ignorance and deliberate stupidity just drives me out of my mind. Because, it is relatively easy to become smarter than what you are right now. It is relatively easy. That's one or two damn books. That's a trip to the library. It's so easy to become smarter than what the hell you are right now. It's simple and it's free. That's the other part. You don't got to pay a lot of money to become educated, and you don't got to pay a lot of money to get some intelligence and some smartness. It is free. You go in any public library and you say, "I want to learn about American history. I want to learn about this and other thing," and you can learn about it, and you can start right in your town. You can just say, "I want to learn about New Haven history." There's a whole damn museum called New Haven Museum. And if you want to know something about the world, there's a whole museum on Yale's campus, downtown New Haven. A whole museum. And if you want to know something about British stuff, there's a whole one right across the street. And then there's small galleries around town. So you can get some information for free. You can become smarter than what you are right now just by picking up a book. One book. And one book will lead to another book because reading books is like eating potato chips. You can't just eat one. You can't just read one because once you read one, it's going to open the door to something else. This is why I loved Oprah's book club so much because she got people reading who did not ordinarily read. And you know what she did? People just wanted to read to be with the people who read. Do you understand? Like, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity to be doing something with Oprah, so I'm going to read. I'm gonna read these damn books. Now, I read a lot of the books from her favorite things from her book club list. Some of them I liked, some of them I didn't like. And then I realized I can make my own damn list of books. I tell you what I am trying to do. I'm trying to meet Obama's reading list. Every year I look at it, and every year I was like, And even when he was president, he put this damn list out. Everybody was like, what? What? So yeah, but right now I am solely for the last 5 years I've just been reading books about Black people. That's been my call. You know, my call has been to read books by Black people because I think that's necessary and important. But anyway, you can. It'll cost you nothing to become smarter than what you are right now. And see, this is what jacks me up about where we are in this country. Because the loudest people right now are the stupid people, are the ones who don't read. You go to their house, there's not a damn book in there. Nothing. Nothing. They got Fox News on. And these little white supremacists with money, they could care less about, these white people who are aligning themselves with whiteness. They only care about Donald Trump has got us hooked up with some money. We're gonna make some money hand over fist. And for what? For what? How much money can you make? You would rather make all this money, not pay taxes in your corporation, so you could what? Put your wife on Vogue, make her get on, buy Vogue magazine and put her on Vogue magazine, and everybody know that you did that. Is that really cool? No. So, so I'm saying all this to say that what bothers me most, there's two things. That people don't understand the idea and the notion and the concept and the livability of shared destiny. I love shared destiny because it means we are all in this together. You can separate yourself out all you want, but your ass ain't going to Mars. You still my neighbor. You still live across town. We still intersect at the grocery store. We still intersect at the gas station. We still intersect at the doctors, the dentist, and the lawyer. We still intersect. So while you think you're being separate, we are still on this place called Earth together, all of us. So it would behoove us to take care of the earth, to take care of our community, to make sure people are fed, to make sure people are housed, to make sure our education turns out the best and the brightest among us. Listen, I don't got nothing against the Ten Commandments, but they do not belong in schools unless you have a private Christian school and you want that to be the thing. Because for me, if you put up the Ten Commandments, then you got to put up the Quran. Then you got to put up the satanic things. Then you got to put up all the things and all the things because you want to be equal and fair. That's what I'm saying. So. So, and I know the stupid people don't listen to me. They're not listening to me. But if you are listening to me, stupid people, and I'm talking about the deliberately stupid and the willfully ignorant people, the ones that are, walking around with blinders on, carrying that GOP piss, you can go to any library and talk to any librarian, and they'll get you smarter than when you walked in. They will get you smarter than when you walked in. And once you get a bit of education, it will fuel you. And then once you get a taste of education, you're gonna want a bigger bite. You're gonna want a bigger bite. Because that's how it works, because it's gonna get good to you. It's gonna get good to you. It's like, oh, I learned this thing. This is why, listen, every year I take a Harvard class on quantum physics. You know why I do that? Because I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson speak about um, learning about quantum physics, and somebody gave me his book, his quantum book on everyday quantum physics with, like, dummies or something. Somebody gave it to me for my birthday, for my 55th birthday or 50th birthday. I haven't gotten around to reading it, but I like Neil deGrasse Tyson because he said, go and learn quantum physics and it will serve you in all areas of your life. And so he was absolutely right, because when I took my first Harvard class, and you could do it online, they offer a free class. No, not Harvard, MIT. I signed up for the MIT quantum physics class 2 or 3 times. Because they do them 1, 2, 3, like first semester, second semester. And then you go to the next level, the next level. Now, I'm never gonna be a quantum physicist, hands down. That's not my goal. But I wanted to be in the class to learn it. This is MIT, not Harvard, MIT. But Harvard has free classes too. But I wanted to learn quantum physics. And so I was taking a quantum physics class every year for the last several years because I wanted to learn. Am I smarter? You damn right I am. Am I going to do something with it? I'm going to apply it in other areas of my damn life. I'm not trying to be a scientist. I'm just trying to use all my neurons and all the things in my brain. So to all the people, and I know they don't listen to me because they don't like my politics, and they don't like where I stand on stuff. And I get that. I don't care, but I get it. Go find yourself in any library. Go to a library. If you don't want to buy books, because whatever. And nobody has to know that you're picking these books. And please spare me the label of liberal and elitism. Are you kidding me? You're supporting white supremacy when you say that foolishness. You're just doing the work of white supremacy. Because you got a whole president who is a billionaire and treating the White House like home shopping. But anyway, I digress. So walk into a library. Take your children to a library. Don't be concerned don't get caught up in, oh, I see gay stuff and bisexual stuff and LGBTQ stuff. Shut up. Go and learn something and then come out smarter than when you went in. And just keep going back and going back and going back. Just keep going back, keep going back. And you will be surprised at how the world would open up to you and how you will start thinking about how to address and attack and to be good neighbors. Not attack, but attack the issues of what is happening in your community. So that's my message to y'all. To not to the people who I hang with, because they're already readers and smart and all that kind of stuff. But to the people who are 10 toes down on stupidity and dumbness, get your asses to the library and tell them Babz sent you. I double dog dare you. So anyway, have a good weekend. I'll be back on Monday, 6 a.m. Get up early. Thank you, Harry Droz. It was fun being with you. And it was great seeing you last night. I'll be back on Monday, good people. Enjoy the weekend.